What's going on, Tamers? It's your boy Varney, and we're back with another card cache. What is like my final card cache for a minute? We got in basically the rest of our shipment. I might be waiting on like a couple packages. I don't remember. I honestly don't check the mail. I just wait for them to come in because I have an idea on everything that I ordered. And then if there's something that I'm like, wait, where's that card? Then I'm like, all right, let me go on TCG Player. Let me check, make sure I got everything, so to say. But this is my like last major shipment, definitely for a minute. So we're going to hop in, take a look at these cards, the arts, and you know the deal. So let's roll the intro. So the first card we're going to be starting off with is Minervamon. She is one of the Olympus 12, which will be featured in the new Digimon game, Digimon Story Time Stranger. So hopefully we'll get to see her in the card game, maybe. This card is really awesome. I've always been in love with the Minervamon combos. This art here was drawn by Tanami Kanji. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing that Tanami Kanji style art. I feel like they have a very like sort of cartoonish style about them. But it's not like outlandish. It doesn't really, make the art lesser than what it is. I think it's just a phenomenal way to really paint Digimon characters, or in this instance, draw Digimon characters and shine them in a different light. I know I'm not a fan of all of their arts. Like Lilithmon is okay. Like I think I kind of like the pose, but I wish it was something a little different. But for Minervamon, I really like this. Now, I do have different camera settings on here. I have the light shining, and I did set the ISO at maybe like 800 to kind of brighten up the image. So you guys let me know between last card cache and this card cache if this is better, or if you preferred the lighting of the previous card cache. I feel like this might be a bit too bright. I don't think it's washing out any of the details, but that kind of glare I'm seeing there, it might be a little bit too much. So you guys just let me know. But we've got our 3 Minervamon alts. Super excited to play this with my purple hybrid jank. Y'all already know from the Minervamons that I showed off. So we'll see if we can get that going. Finally have my playset of Minervamon alts after I traded them away. And yes, I definitely regretted that. The next cards we've got here are Examon and Alphamon Oryukin Aces. So first card here is Examon Ace, just the alt arts, not the SPs. The SPs are a little bit out of my budget right now. I spent that budget on Royal Knights, but Examon Ace, I run 1 of this in Royal Knights and then obviously 3 of this in Examon. I like this a lot because it's keyword monstrosity, or keyword soup as people like to call it. It's raid piercing blocker evade. It does have very nice, it may not have an on play, but it is just, all right, cool, I'll drop this. It's a blocker. It has evade. You can't delete me. I have raid, so I can raid into something, and piercing for a check at 15k is pretty nice. And then when any Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend, so you don't have to burn up that effect. Like that's what was really bad on the, what was it? EX, I don't even remember what X, BT13, there we go. The BT13 Xmon was really bad because you burn up that effect. And it's just like, you're trash. When Digivolving, if DNA, bottom deck, all your opponent's highest DP. So it's okay removal. You really just play this because it's a second Xmon is way better than the other one. But also it's just a nice way to, aggro with 4 freaking keywords without needing sources. Honestly, so this is a Tanami Kanji art, and this is definitely one of the ones that I'm not like the biggest fan of. Let me pull up the regular Examon art here. He's chilling somewhere here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I like the regular Examon art a lot better. This was drawn by Mark. So this art here, I think it just gives me a better sense of, so we on pod, I said I didn't really care for some of the alts from this set, and Dan was like, nah, you're bugging. And honestly, some of the arts are definitely better in person, but like Examon's one of those arts where I'm just like, I'm impartial. I actually like the regular art a lot, but I'm a max rarity horse, so I'm going to play the max rarity card. But this, I feel like this just gives a better sense of Examon's like size and how like just how much of like a monstrosity he can be, because he's like super big. This doesn't really do it. This kind of makes him feel small. Like sure, like it looks like he's in the middle of attack, but you can't really like tell that too much. And it just generally doesn't like make me be like, oh my goodness, like that's amazing. I think the Examon SP does a better job, and I can't wait to get my hands on an SP because I think I'll like that a lot better than the alternate art. The reason I do end up playing alternate arts too is just because I like looking at shiny textured cards, as you guys can see there. If we shine that like right there, like that's nice. I like that. And I wish that, you know, this had that sort of texturing, but it doesn't. It is what it is. The next one we have up here is Alphamon Oryukin Ace. Now this card's freaking busted in Royal Knights, in my opinion. It's super good. Being able to do a neg 15k to lead in your opponent's turn, you just tell Magna X to eat a bag. And you can fill in whatever words you want after that. And then also when security stacks are removed from, you gain 3 memory. So it's good on like your Royal Knight's turn to just pull 3 memory, or it's good to just say, all right, cool, if you swing, lose 3. So I really like that. The texturing on this card I really like. So Alphamons, I should probably do that if I have them, just compare base to alternate arts. And oh, I took them out. I put them somewhere. I actually don't remember where I put them because I only had one Oryukin Ace regular art. I can't get them. I don't remember where I put them. But I can most certainly say that, come on, focus. I can most definitely say that I really, really like this art. Alphamon just having that like fist, and you can see that sort of like right there, that sort of like web, and that effect around his fist complements it really well, as well as the texture around the rest of the card, like that sword right there. I do think I need to tone down the brightness in the next video, but it really, this one really exudes like, yeah, this is Alphamon. This is a spare ribs art, so spare ribs hit hard with this one for sure. Definitely like that a lot. Next card we got here, we got our set of Hinas, the memory setters, the promos. Guys, they finally gave us another Hina. We are lit. I can't wait to start playing Dragon Links. I probably played it like a few times back then, and now we get to indulge because we have 8 Hina totals that we can play. I'm obviously not going to play 8, going to play 6, but this is memory setter, and when any of your rock dragon, basically when any of your Digimon are played, you can suspend to digivolve from a card in your hand and you reduce that cost by 2. So it's just okay. It's not like amazing. It's definitely not like the other one, but it's still very helpful regardless. An in-archetype tamer that is searchable and droppable. And this just feeds in. This is drawn by Okara Anmitsu. This just feeds into the other Hina. I don't have that Hina on me, but just what I said about the last one with that being like bright pastel type colors, and taking a look at this Hina, it's the same exact thing. Like the detail, Agumon and Gabumon in the back there. You see the Digi-eggs. We've got Lopmon. Is that a Coke? I forget what the entry. Cocomon, there we go. I don't know what that Digi-egg is called. An Interiormon gushing. Like just a lot of really nice, really cool art. And so much detail, so much color. I love this kind of color palette on the card. So definitely like that there. Next we got our, so that's another Hina, and we've got Necromon here. So Hina and then Necromon. So Necromon, I'm super excited for. This has the new execute keyword. So this is another Tanami Kanji art, and this one I know off the bat just because this art reminds me of BT14 Fenry Lugomon. And I really love BT14 Fenry Lugomon's art, and I really like this. The one thing that I don't like is that because they're both like the same sort of color palette, like Fenry's is sort of like blue, like bluish, kind of sort of grayish wolf, and Necromon, well, he's a freaking ghost, right? So they use like that blue spirit energy, so to say. They end up having like a little bit too similar style for like my liking. I really do like it, but if I were to give this, let's say, if I were to rate this art, I'd probably give it like a solid 8. It'd probably be higher if it didn't remind me of Fenry, because Fenry for me is a solid like 9. I should probably go through and rate arts in my completely unartistic opinion, me who can't draw arts, me who can't art at all, go rate cards and see what how everybody feels about that. But I do like the detail, I like that texturing back there. You can kind of see like a little bit of a swirl. Yep, right there. You can see that little bit of a swirl with Necromon. We're going to pull this up so that you can really see that detail on the art. I mean, look at that. Sorry, my hands are so shaky. He's holding, no, he's not even holding. That's just like a random eye back there on the book. Oh, fantastic art. I wish we had a Digimon art book. I would totally buy one. I know DigiPanda would as well. Now, obviously, you guys are card game players, so you probably use TCG Player to buy your cards. And if you do that, you can use our link in the description down below. And by using that link, we will get a kickback on the purchase that you make at checkout, which goes back to supporting the channel, paying for our editor, and helping us bring you more content that you guys want to see. So if you guys don't mind, do check that link out in the description, as well as our affiliate DigiGuard, where if you use code DigiGuard, you will get 5% off at checkout, and we will get a kickback of that purchase as well. Next, we got our slew of Gallantmons. So we've got BT13 Gallantmon. I love Sasasi arts. The BT13 Royal Knights were just so amazing. This was like one of the first cards I collected, one of each, just for my playset binder. So this is my second one in case I want to play a second Gallantmon in Royal Knights. I have one for actual Gallantmon and then one for Royal Knight, so this would be my third. Not sure if I actually will play it, but I just wanted to make sure I had it. Like I said, I'm a fan of having cards rather than being like, damn, I wish I had it. Now, something to note, this card doesn't have a lot of texture, but I think that's actually really cool because the image is kind of like, I don't know, glossed. Yeah, the actual like picture of Gallantmon here is glossed, but I think that gives it a really cool effect because you see the background is textured, but then Gallantmon kind of, it really stands out against the background. I think that's so dynamic and so cool. I really like Sasasi's arts for the Royal Knights. And then of course, Crimson Mode played in both Gallantmon and in Royal Knights. Just the alternate art, not the SP. I thought about picking up the SP, didn't have enough money. After some stuff happened, and I just said, screw it, we go with the alt. But the alt is nice. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Right there. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Oh, that's awesome. That is freaking awesome. I never even really noticed that. Like, obviously, I know the cards, the foiling can give off a rainbow effect, but to see it kind of just go along the card like that is pretty cool. So I definitely like Crimson Modes. This is an Naochika Morishita art, and I didn't think I would like this as much as I did. Originally, I pulled one of these at pre-release and I sold it. And then when I got one back, I was like, oh man, I actually really like this art. Specifically because I like the way that Naochika does these sort of realistic Digimon, and it works really well for Gallantmon. It's not even like, all right, let me rephrase. It's not even like realistic like IRL. It's more like a realistic painting. I don't know if that makes sense. And if you can tell what I'm trying to say, you let me know what I'm trying to say, because clearly I don't know what I'm trying to say. But it feels like something like I'd walk to the museum and I'd see this and I'd be like, oh my goodness, is that something from like the 1200s or something like that? I don't know. Obviously, I can't speak. Next, we got Levi X's. This completes my playset. Now I have my playset of Levi X's. I know many people hate Leviamon. I am not one of them. I am a big fan of the 7 Great Demon Lords, and I'm an even bigger fan of what Leviamon does. Leviamon X is just an insane card art because it kind of, I mean, obviously Leviamon's a really big freaking crocodile, right? But what I really like about the Leviamon art drawn by, or the Levi X art, I should say, drawn by Asmaria, is this sort of like everything that's like going on. It's like, yeah, like you could construe it as like swimming in the ocean, but you don't really know that it's in the ocean. But there's so much happening with its like, it's got those sort of like horns coming out from its head, and then you've obviously got its symbol. I forget what it's called. Its sin symbol back here, and there's everything's like swirling around it, and chaos is happening and ensuing. Like this tells a story in a way, and I love that. It's why Digimon is definitely one of my favorite games when it comes to art. Or if no, sorry, let me rephrase. Digimon is my favorite game when it comes to art. I mean, look at that texture detail. Like you wouldn't notice it just looking at it, but you tilt it, and there's like that sort of like lightning effect. That is just so freaking awesome, man. Love that. Next card we picked up, the last one I needed, Digimon X alternate art. Oh, and an Omnimon chilling back there. Forgot about that. So Guillemon X, the Guillemon and Impmon X antibody, both chilling out, hanging best buds, you know. Come on, Guillemon. Nope, that's a bad. Let me not. I can't even. I don't know if I could do an Impmon voice. I'd have to practice it for a little bit. But Takata, man, we have to get some bread. So this is the last line I need for my playset. Glad I have it. Oh, look at that. I love that kind of like shatter oiling. Love that. Oh, they even made like the embossing on Guillemon stand out, like all of his black marks. That's cool. Love that. As you can see, we got a BT14 Omni, picked up a playset, only playing 3 in Royal Knights, but you definitely still need this card. It is still a win button. It still says, hey, it's Omnimon. It's time for this game to end. That's why I love Royal Knights. The thematicness of that deck is so freaking awesome. And of course, this is a Sasasi art. So, you know, we love it even more. It's the same thing as Gallantmon, where the image of Omnimon is just glossed over, but it gives it a cool kind of like popping out effect. And if you can tell in the background, you see Gallantmon, right? And they're basically standing back to back. Let me pull up the Gallantmon art. Also, this Guillemon art was drawn by Takase. Gallantmon. So if you look in the back, you can it's harder to see here to see Omnimon, but you can kind of see like right there. I think that's is that the horns on his shoulder? I think so, right there. But on Omnimon, oh, let me pick it up carefully. On Omnimon, you can definitely see Gallantmon chilling in the back there like it's nobody's business. And I love that sort of detail, man. Love that sort of detail. Last, we've got our box toppers, so I did not save the best for last, unfortunately. This is just kind of a bunch of nothing burgers. Takato, this is BT17 Takato, gives Gallantmon raid. Come on, there we go. Gives Gallantmon raid, lets it attack the player, and blah. Yeah, that's it. Memory setter, super nice, better than the Biomerge Takato, for sure. So, got those. And the Baby Demons for my Examon deck, which I love this art style, man. This is drawn by Iori Sunakura. And I'm so in love. I mean, even the new starter deck, what's it called? Sunomon from the Adventure starter decks. Bro, it's so awesome. Like they have it's just a simple foil, like I guess like a cold foil or whatever. But the arts are so amazing. I love these cute little style arts, especially for the babies, because it just fits. So I definitely have to get basically all of these so I can put it into my art binder. And that is it for today's card cache. If you guys like this video, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, what's your favorite art from here? What are you guys waiting on in the mail? And is there anything you'd want to see me cover on the card cache? Let me know in the comments down below. And until we talk to you guys next time, peace out.